everybody, I'm Skism and welcome. A lot of you guys will already know the center map is out on official servers, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to want to be playing on these servers. So I'm going to take you around to some of the best locations, and I'm going to start off with Skull Rock. It's at 9065, and the reason why I picked this as one of the best base locations is, come on, imagine flying back to your base every time like this. Like, you're flying back from a big raid, you're flying back, you got Skull Rock, you got unlimited, obsidian and metal spawns here. Absolutely awesome. You can wall this off, put massive behemoth gates, wall it all the way up. You can also build a dino pen. Just, have a dino pen, have water dinosaurs, easy access, fly all the way up in a skull, heaps of metal, crystal, all your resources you need. You can build up some pretty cool towers around here and maybe build it in a way where you don't take up too many resources. But as you can see, so many resources if you were going to want to be raiding. It's definitely a strong point, and it's going to make it a lot harder for land dinosaurs to get to you, obviously being across water. So, build up a nice little base up in the sky sort of thing going down. You got, look, fire eyes, this is absolutely crazy. So, really cool map. There's so many cool different base locations you can actually build in, but definitely Skull Rock, I reckon, is one of the best locations just for the sheer awesomeness of it, the resources, and just I think it's awesome. As you guys will find out, there's plenty of awesome places to build on this, but I'm just going to take you through a few that I think are pretty good, so stay tuned. Now, another really good location to build your bases will be found at 7060 roughly. There's so many different rock pillars or rock formations up in the sky, and sometimes, depending if you build on lots of pillars, it can be bad to build bases up on pillars, but a lot of these you can put a lot of foundations down. Maybe you can have mini outposts all around set up at these different pillars around here, so you have a much bigger area to cover, and they can only really raid you by quetzes or by birds and by air, so you've got that kind of air superiority. And on top of that, it's just absolutely amazing, this map, just playing on the high level, got a great view of everything, got water down below, so this will be another area. A lot of people will pick different places to build in, depending on which sort of rock formation you want to go. Endless supply of trees, but definitely high grounds can have advantages, or just port forwarding bases that you guys can have. So if you guys want to explore all around here, you'll be able to see the different advantages of being able to have the bases up high and away from the enemy. Another really good place to build your base is over in Volcano Island or Lava Island, whatever you guys want to call it. It's found at 2760. It's a bit like Volcano Island on the original map of Volcano, where you can only have one way up to the top of the mountain here, one ramp, and you can just build heaps of behemoth gates all the way up. And on top of that, when people come in to raid you, it's very, very hot here, so people are going to be chewing through their water going back and forth, so it's always a good extra level of defense to have. On top of that, you're building on top of a volcano with actual lava. Absolutely amazing. A lot of alpha dinosaurs spawn over on this island, so if you kind of got that, that domination of the alpha dinosaurs, or the higher tier dinosaurs, they're going to be found here. You can find a lot of your trees here that have been burnt, so you can farm up charcoal very easily. It's much faster. Heaps of obsidian and metal spawns around here too, but I guess the main advantage is having it being so hot and having those higher end dinosaurs. So I think a lot of people will make some interesting bases here. There's some other spots on this island that you should go check out as well that can be good as well, but I'm just trying to pick one spot from every different part of the map. Another good base location can be found at 3321. You can build up on these rock formations just here and there, and what makes these really good is they are quite a flat surface, so if you want that air superiority, they've got to come by air to get to you. So the bases that are up in the air, essentially, they're much easier to defend, because a lot of people these days raid by the quetzes and by air dinosaurs, so definitely a good place to build just here. And plus, the scenic view is absolutely amazing. You can build up quite a big base around here, have a water pen down below, and you got unlimited supply of farming up your wood, and then you turn that into charcoal, whatever you guys might like to do. But also just check that view, absolutely sick. But I think this would be a good place to occupy. Now, any base where you're building the snow is going to be at an advantage, because people who come to raid you, they're going to be chewing through their meat. So this location can be found at 3918, and then once again, they've got to come by air to try and raid your base. If you're building up on these rock formations, you can get a lot of foundations down. If you want to, they do have surrounding rock formations you can build up on and put some foundations or some mini bases or outposts just around the snow here, and you can have that advantage. So a lot of these bases I am picking are up in the air, harder to raid, because a lot of people, once you're on the ground, it's much more easy to soak bullets than being up in the air. So if you're up in the air, you got a little bit more of that advantage. Another cool location to build over is 5526. Now you can still get hit by a lot of dinosaurs, but this is the big floaty massive island in the sky that has the waterfall, and I think it's pretty cool if you build a base just, you know, around here. You can wall things off with your behemoth gates, you know, put up some turrets around here, but it's more that people can't drop dinosaurs or, you know, turtles into your base. You know, they can't really soak up the buildings by dropping dinosaurs down onto your base, so I think this might be a good place to build. You can obviously have, you know, your little aviaries up here. You can just go fly out on the land, and it's just absolutely cool being a part of this. There's going to be so many cool places to build this, you know, build up on this map, just because it's so vast and there's so many good little sneaky places to build. But definitely in the floating island, there's so many places that you can build, but I think here might be a good starting foundation. Obviously guys, there's going to be some other positions that are really good to build in, so definitely put down in the comments below what you think some really good places are to build. And that's a pretty cool looking unique coloured bird there, but I just love the graphics, having your base in this sort of environment, places that look good, that feel good. I think they're really good places to build, because it makes your... Oh, I'm falling off. Oh, come back with me. I'll come back. I'm falling down to my... Oh, land in the water. Oh, no. No, 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 no. Anyway, guys, I'm falling onto the next base. Yes. Right. I'm out. I'm out. No. Go back in. Go back in. Okay, guys, this base is pretty sick, and we found a 7152 now. This is, you know, something out of Indiana Jones. Probably not the best base to build, but as you can see, look, you got little pens for your dinosaurs, man. You got like this little temple that you can fly through. You can go up here, heaps of different rooms. I'm sure someone, one of the bigger tribes, maybe some small tribes who've got the creativity, they might be able to build something really sick with this base. I know if I was going to build it, I'd want to have a base sort of like this, because it's just cool, man. You're like a temple part of your base. You have a high part of it, you know, really hard to defend if you build up on the top here. But I don't know, probably not the best base to build, but honestly, look how sick it is. It's absolutely, I don't know. I'd love to make a base here just because it looks absolutely epic. So maybe not the best base for, you know, defending, but at the same time, I think, you know, you could probably have the most fun with this base just here. This little island is a pretty cool base. It's found at 2030, and what makes this base I think pretty cool is you're out in the middle of the water all by yourself, your own little island, great view of the rest of the map. You can see a lot of people come to get you. I mean, they can still raid you quite easily. Dinosaurs will be able to cross the river here, but I think you might be able to build something quite cool here, especially being near the water. I think this is a good little extra base just to put in at the end, because I reckon a lot of people will build here. The map's getting so popular. I think I'm playing on a server at the moment that has 150 plus people on it at the moment, so a lot of spots are going to be taken up. So it's good just to find any base location, especially with the waterfall. Oh, so guys, cool. If you're trying to look for another good location, you want to get underneath the center of the map, you know, the underworld world, like the land before time. You can look at the coordinates here, 55 or 56, 63, get thereabouts. Go through here, there's a nice little hole in the wall here, or like a nice little hole, and you can fly down through into the caves here, and you can take flight here. I thought I might just show you guys just in case, because some of you will probably want to know how to do this. So we'll go fly through here, and the reason why this can be a good place to build bases is you can only approach this by air or by underwater dinosaurs to the cave, so you know, really eliminates the gigas. And also, if people want to get away from all that raiding or build like a mini community down here, I think it would be really good. So let's just go along for the journey. My guy just took a shit. How sick is this though, guys? Flying around in the cave here. Oh, so cool. Let's just go along here, nice little ramps, nice little places you can build a little base. I'm sure a lot of people will try and seal off the entrances or really fortify them on this map, so then they can have absolute rain underneath this. But hopefully, you know, people do leave it open, but people could build a community down here underneath, you know, the land before time sort of base underneath, away from the realms. But check that out, guys, check this out. How sick does that look? Absolutely amazing. Big open spaces here. I think it'd be really cool if people build a sort of community down here where, you know, it's more of a friendly community. People are welcome here. I don't know, have like cool little events. But if you do seal off the entrances, this will be a very, very strong place to obviously build down here away, and you can have complete control over it, because to get your sort of land dinosaurs is hard. And if you got the right amount of dinosaurs, you can have air superiority in here. You can bring down eggs and just hatch yourself all sorts of type of, you know, monsters. But no, another really good place to build down on the center map here. So hopefully you guys like that little, oops, like that. Hopefully you guys like that little bit of a, you know, base location here. There's heaps more base locations that are really good to build. You can build in the caves. There's caves all around there, but I'm pretty sure they're going to take 10 times damage, or whatever the damage rate is. So hopefully you guys have liked this episode. If you did and show me a lot of support, there's heaps of other places that I think are really good and uncommon, and if the base locations are starting to fill up, I'll release another video. So show your support. Also, if you guys, you know, you're looking at this and you're like, oh, actually Skism left off some good base locations, chuck them down in the comments below. I'm sure a lot of people will be interested in seeing that. As always guys, I'll see you in the next video.